my English class came out to Garfield Elementary. And we came here today to read our kids' stories. Then we helped them build snowmen. They read to us, and it was really just a fun time today.
The overall idea of the PBL was for my students to create a children's story. They had to design and implement their own central idea into the story. So what we're watching, what we're seeing in the video is my students in action. So they've created these pieces, they're sharing them with first grade students, and they're seeing, did they achieve the purpose of their project?
We each wrote a story, and we each had to make the story their vocabulary, so we had to change a lot of the vocab. When we wrote the book, I had to go back and rephrase all of our words into their vocabulary level, and that's something I've learned. I hope they learned about what all our books were about.
We went around Christmas time, and the students had the option to write stories on any holiday being celebrated in wintertime. So some students did a tour of all the holidays. Some focused on Christmas, some focused on a snow day, some focused on their favorite winter memories as themselves as kids. So we had a lot of different ideas being presented in our books.
I got a gift from Christmas. It was an ornament and it had my name on it.
The students were able to use the makerspace in order to create a gift for their first grade partner. And the purpose of this was more just to introduce my ninth graders to what all the Hub has to offer them in ninth grade, so that they're not graduating as a senior saying, I never knew that we had that available to us. So they got a chance to do that, and I asked them to pick something from their story that was symbolic, that they could identify as a major point and create that in makerspace, and then we gave it as a gift to the first graders, just as a little Christmas token. But the skills were more for my kids to kind of see what all we have here for them. When we went on our field trip to Garfield, my ninth grade students were helping the first grade students create a lost poster for a snowman. And this was a really cool activity for them. So my ninth graders now, having written a story, produced a story, were now helping the first graders do the same task. So they sat with their first graders and they had to work using adjectives and descriptive language to create this descriptive narrative almost about these snowmen that the first graders created. And so now my ninth graders kind of had to work backwards, and they know the skills and now they had to teach the skills. So we kind of had twofold learning going on there.
My snowman has a green hat, a red bottom, and a red and black shirt with stripes on it. My favorite part today was making a snowman.
The project was so much fun. My son, as a first grader, came home that night, and the dinner table conversation was all about how cool his first grade partner was and how awesome it was to hear something that they created. My son loved the creativity of my ninth graders, and he wanted to make a story that was very similar.
I like most about my high school buddy that he is nice.
Having talked with my ninth graders after the project was over, they loved the fact that they got to go and sit and work with the kids. And I think that they found more of the humanitarian aspect in the project, and they were just so delighted in the fact that the first graders were so amazed by them. And I think that was really cool.
My favorite part of today was giving the children their gifts, because it made them happy.
I think my favorite part of the project was seeing the growth in my ninth graders from the start of the PBL to the end of the PBL. At the beginning, they were so petrified and nervous, and I forced them to work with classmates they didn't know very well, and they overcame so many obstacles, and their end product was just outstanding.